What if there was a secret to the markets that most people just don't know? Well, I'm going to share a secret with you called psychology and mass herd psychology that drives the underlying price. We are on day number 5 of a 6-part series using Solana as the example we've done wave 0, wave 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go into wave 4, the surprising disappointment, the profit-taking wave that is relatively predictable. And if you can understand it, you can get ready for the wave 5 impulse, which is the final end of a trend. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. My name is Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro, featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on crypto. So let's dive straight in. So today we're going to talk about crowd psychology. And again, you should know by now, if you've been following the series, that most markets, all markets, move in 5s and 3s. And what we're going to focus on today is this wave 4, also known as the surprising disappointment, and also a profit-taking wave. Now, before I cover this, how would you like to have me as your personal elite crypto trainer when it comes to trading? Well, I've launched something called the R15 Crypto Gym, where you'll get a 1-week trial for £1. I'm going to show you later on, but it's phenomenal. Just getting phenomenal feedback, and it's just on-the-job learning, so you're really going to learn much, much faster. So I'll cover that with you in a short while. But before I do, wave 4, the surprising disappointment. So markets moving a 1, 2, 3, and then a 4. So there's a couple of factors we want to be aware of. It's called the surprising disappointment, mainly because if I draw this out, let me grab this like so. When the market's in this point here at the top of the wave 3, organically inside there's so much euphoria, so much optimism. People just don't think the market's ever going to come back down. So they're doubling down, they're going for it. They just think it's just going to keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. But you got to remember, what drives the price up is buying, right? And who is buying? Well, people, companies, funds. But eventually the money runs out, yeah, because only a limited number of people buying, even if it might be in the millions and billions. So then what happens? Well, then something called the surprising disappointment. It's a correction, also known as a profit-taking wave. So after you've seen a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves of a 3, you should anticipate a 3-wave correction or some type of complex correction with a wave 4. So what are the key points? It signals that the best part of the growth phase has ended, right? So this correction, by the way, will be bigger than any correction within the sequence itself. What I mean by that is this correction here and this correction here, wave 4 will tend to be bigger in time and in price. And that's a reflection that the best part of the growth phase has ended. And it does not. One of the rules of Elliott wave, and he figured this out, was wave 4s do not enter the range or the closing territory of wave 1. It does not go into that range, right? Into this range. Very, very important, very, very powerful. Yeah, makes sense? So in a second, we're going to jump into a live chart with Solana as the wave 4 played out. It wasn't a deep wave 4. It was a 3-wave wave 4, but it wasn't a deep wave 4, which shows a lot of sign of strength, but it also gives us a clue on what's likely to occur next as well. So I was telling you about my crypto gym. I'm so delighted to launch this. I was in the physical gym business for quite a few years, over a decade, transforming people physically. Had my team members and everything else, but now we've launched the R15 Crypto Gym with me as your elite trainer. We do daily workouts. It was basically, you get one week for £1. 1 week for £1. It's unbelievable value. So what you'll get when you sign up is we're focused on the Binance coin, is having some phenomenal, clear chart patterns. And currently we're shorting the market. But what I'm being most patient for is similar to Solana. We're waiting for that trend reversal, and we believe over a number of months we're going to see all-time new highs where we can make some significant profits, high probability profits. Never guarantees, probabilities, never certainties. You're going to get the bootcamp. I've created a 7-day bootcamp where I've taken the best of my best with my Elliott Wave course and my Fibonacci price course and drip-fed some key lessons so you can get the most from the gym. You'll get access to my Telegram, and it's all for £1. How good is that? How good is that? Getting phenomenal feedback. So join the gym. It's in the description link below. Very easy to get joined, and you can literally be in my tomorrow's workout, and we're going to look at some very, very cool things together. So now back to Solana, right? Back to Solana. So what we said in yesterday's series, which was day 4, today's day 5, is wave 4, right? It's pretty clear, especially in hindsight, right? But we want to see this whilst it's unfolding. this yellow line, 5-wave sequence of a wave 3. We've got a 1-bar low taken out, and that we assume is the beginning of a wave 4. So what we should anticipate for a wave 4? It's always a minimum of 3 waves. So at this point, we got the minimum of 3 waves, right? Sometimes it's easier to see on closing data, and we can see this over here. If I just even get rid of this for a second, and even just so it's less noisy, what do you see? Well, we see a nice clean A, B, C correction, right? And that's what we're always looking for. We're always looking for these. But what you'll also notice, I just want to change this wave count to intermediate, just so it's consistent. What you'll also notice is that this correction is clearly bigger than any former correction in the wave 3 sequence. In other words, it's bigger than this over here, and is also bigger than this over here as well. This over here as well, right? So that gives us a really clear indication. Then we also want to ask ourselves a question on, and the reason I'm showing you this, by the way, is we are seeing this unfold time and time again. We're currently seeing it unfold on the downward cycle. We called the wave 4 top of Solana, where we said it's going to likely go towards $20, and it's unfolding like that because the reverse is also true, where we see wave 3s on the way up. You also tend to see wave 3s on the way down and wave 4s as well. What are some of the other key information points that we want to have? Well, the first signal that the wave 4 is complete is if the price trades back into the range of wave 1. What will be a confirming indicator is if wave 4 goes past, or the next wave, which is wave 5, goes past wave B. And the next confirmation is if it goes above here. So we won't cover that in too much depth just now. We'll do that in tomorrow's, because we're going to cover wave 5 and then something about the bigger degree correction overall. Another thing to keep in mind with wave 4s is more often than not, I'm going to do a bit of Fibonacci ratios for you here. More often than not, they reach the 38.2% correction, or retracement, should I say. And you can see it tagged that, it qualified. And wave A and wave C equal each other more often than not. And what I mean by that is we're going to measure wave A. We're going to project it from this wave B top. And the ratio that we want is 100%. So it's this one over here. We see that red line. And the red line is overlapping the 38% retracement. And what that tells us, why this is so significant, and gives us, basically we're measuring psychology, market psychology, and it's fascinating to me, but it just plays out time and time again. Just as tells us we are at an end of a high probability wave 4. Also, there's another guideline that you want to be aware of, is that most wave 4s end in the range of the preceding wave 4. You go, what, Jagir? Okay, where's the preceding wave 4? Well, it's this over here. Right, well then most wave 4s end in that range. You can see we've just gone beyond the extreme of that range, but we're in that zone. So we've got like pattern, price. We could look at the momentum position. The momentum is bullish right now. We got a lot of factors that are saying, okay, we could take a long trade setup on this on a 1-bar high or on a swing high to go along different entry points. But hopefully you're seeing the power, the real power of knowing this information in advance. Okay, I know this is backtracked, but we did this in advance at the time. And right now, when it's live right now, we're literally doing it live, but we want an edge on the market, be 2 steps ahead with high probability, and then trade that edge consistently. So if you like this, you're going to love my R15 Crypto Gym. I'm telling you. Every day we do a lesson. You know, we do probabilities, never certainties. It's momentum, pattern, price, and time. I've also created a boot camp for you. Let's just see on what's on day 2 of the boot camp. And again, this is your gym. This is your digital gym. It's like the metaverse. You don't need an NFT yet for this particular platform, but it allows you to basically get what you need in one place. So we go over the 3 rules, but I describe it in a way that's really, really concrete. And we use Dogecoin as an example of a wave count, the particular 5-wave count that you want to be aware of. And you'll see these time and time again. So waste no time. Get yourself in my gym. You'll see me training you tomorrow. And we literally do a daily workout every day. We're focused on the Binance coin at the moment, so it's really, really focused. But it's for you to get the key fundamentals on how to fish. So rather than me giving you a fish, you know how to fish. And then you can apply the exact same principles to any coin in any market on any time frame. Whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, whether it's Avalanche, whether it's a coin that's like Arweave or Decentraland, Sandbox. It could be any coin. And it applies. It applies and it applies and it applies. So join my gym. It's £1 and you get 7 days, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Getting phenomenal feedback, and I'm probably giving too much value, especially for starters, right? But if you like it, you stay, and we make some great profits together, and I'll help you on your crypto journey, not only short term but long term, because most people overestimate what they can do short term, days, weeks, and months, and they significantly underestimate what they can do long term. So short term, they overestimate, and long term, they underestimate. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. We can change everything in 1, 3 to 5 to 10 years. And that's what I'm really, really focused on. So let's finish on a quote, but it's not from my book. Today, I'm going to loop the one that I just said. Most people overestimate what they can do short term, but underestimate significantly what they can do long term. So your job is to really start getting a long-term vision. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Crypto's here to stay. It's going nowhere. In fact, the markets are just going to expand. The institutions are not even really involved yet. And once they get regulation on board, man, the money that's going to flood into this space is going to be unreal. Absolutely unreal and exciting. And you having this fundamental learnings and being in the crypto gym is going to take it to a whole new level, because you don't need to get involved in the noise of the psychology in terms of the fundamentals. You can just look at the price action and it tells you everything you need to know. So join me tomorrow for the final day of this series, day number 6. We're going to focus on the key principles of Wave 5. There's some key things that you want to know about Wave 5 that differentiates it from Wave 3 that are not present in Wave 5, and why it doesn't tend to be as impulsive, as aggressive as Wave 3. So we're going to cover those points in tomorrow's session, and hopefully I'll see you in my tomorrow's workout in the R15 Crypto Gym. So hopefully I'll see you there.